I was feeling low and blue and I didn't have a thing to do, so I crawled aboard of the shooting star and I took a trip that led me far. I had to ease my weary lonesome mind. When I heard that whistle blow, I knew the train would start to roll. I gave a smile and I felt at ease. We started out just like a breeze. This shooting star was leaving their own time. As we journeyed through the night, underneath the stars so bright, the moon was shining in the sky. It put me in a mood to cry until I turned and saw who sat behind. I saw a girl all dressed in blue. I turned and said, "How do you do?" She said hello and smiled at me. A sudden thrill came over me. Right then and there my worries left my mind. Then I flashed a great big smile. We started chatting for a while. I winked at her, she winked at me. Now that's the kind of gal for me. My heart was a-beating faster all the time. I moved into that seat beside that gal I'm wanting for my bride. I took a chance and held her hand. She cuddled close, that crazy man, and the shooting star kept rolling down the line. And the shooting star kept rolling down the line. And the shooting star kept rolling down the line. I can tell 'em now I'm finally 21, and I'm gonna shoot that man that called it fun. He called it fun when he shot my daddy down, when my daddy was the sheriff of this town. For 10 long years I've waited for this day. I'll find that man and then I'll make him pay. I'll make him pay for all my bitter tears. That's all I've ever known throughout these years. For days and nights I've labored with my gun, because I've got to be the fastest one. I know my mom couldn't stand it all again if I got it like my daddy did back then. So I searched and found the town he was living in. That day I knew somebody's trail would end. For 10 long years I've waited for this day. I've gotta cut him down and make him pay. Then a little boy came strolling down the street. He seemed so happy as we chanced to meet. I stopped and asked about this man by name, and then he says, "Why, that's my daddy's name." Right then and there, well, I could surely see 10 years ago this little boy was me. Oh, what a fool I'd be to ruin his life. So I turned and walked away into the night. Not so very long ago, little Jesus and Antonio, they went searching for wild blue rose and an old lava bed in New Mexico. They searched and they searched in the hot desert sun, but their luck was bad and it wasn't much fun. But something else they surely found, 'cause they told their story when they got into town. Senores, today the lava fell about 4. The earth, she began to tremble, and we heard a rumbling roar. Then all of a sudden, something began to rise, and when we turned around, we sure got a big surprise. For a moment, we didn't know what we had found, but it was a big rattlesnake, so big around. It must have been 40 feet long, I think, or even bigger, but my eyes, they started to blink. And when that snake breathed, we felt that breath in our face. Little Jesus, he started to leave that place. He told me he wanted to get himself a bigger gun, but I think he was scared, and he just wanted to run. And senores, that snake had raised its head 12 feet high, but I stood there brave and looked that snake in the eye. Then I slowly took my gun and I aimed it at its head. And senores, I shot 20 times before that snake fell dead. Well, the folks in town said it was a big lie. No snake ever lived that raised its head that high. But they told them that they might believe if they'd bring back its hide for them all to see. So the boys went back to the lava bed. They found that snake where they shot it dead. They skinned it out and took the hide to town, and when they stretched it out, it covered 30 feet of ground. Well, the folks in town said it must be true, 'cause here's the proof, so what'll we do? So they said, let's spread the news, and the whole wide world, they believed it too. 'Cause people came from miles around to see that hide that covered 30 feet of ground. And it was found in New Mexico by little Jesus San Antonio. Yes, it was found in New Mexico by little Jesus San Antonio. I'm sorry for you, though you never did try. For all of my love, you only told lies. But now it's your turn, you're lonely and blue, because your new love did the same thing to you. Yes, I'm sorry for you, but those heartaches you've earned, and the hope from it all, a lesson you'll learn. You'll hurt so inside, you'll cry all night through, but I know how you feel, and I'm sorry for you. I'm sorry for you, though you never did try. For all of my love, you only told lies. But now it's your turn, you're lonely and blue, because your new love did the same thing to you. Yes, I'm sorry for you, but those heartaches you've earned, the hope from it all, a lesson you'll learn. You'll hurt so inside, you'll cry all night through, but I know how you feel, and I'm sorry for you. Just a picture in my billfold, that's all that's left of you. Signed with all my love and kisses, signed with all my love to you. Yes, I still have your picture, and it's hard to realize that promise that you made me was a heartache in disguise. Now you're running round with others, and you signed their pictures too. Signed with all my love and kisses, signed with all my love to you. But when the thrill is over of meeting someone new, just a picture and a billfold will be all that's left of you. I should have seen the warning when you started passing round. Picture signed with love and kisses to the other guys in town. But I love you still, my darling, and my love for you is deep. And each night I hold your picture and I cry myself to sleep. Just a picture in my billfold, that's all that's left of you. Signed with all my love and kisses, signed with all my love to you. Yes, I still have your picture, so please remember when you're tired of all the others, I will take you back again. I'm waiting at the station for my sweetheart's return, though it looks so doubtful that she ever will come. How could she forget me? Oh, what have I done? I think while I'm waiting for the next train to come. I'm waiting at the station in the darkest of night. How could she leave me? It just can't be right. I'm waiting at the station with tears in my eyes. If she's gone forever, I surely will die. I'm waiting at the station for my sweetheart's return, though it looks so doubtful that she ever will come. How could she forget me? Oh, what have I done? I think while I'm waiting for the next train to come. You're the cutest thing and I love you so, but there's one thing wrong and I want you to know. You giggle too much, yeah, you giggle too much. You got the cutest smile, but it tears me up when you giggle too much, when you giggle too much, when you giggle too much. Well, I took you out on a date last night and tried to get close and squeeze you real tight, but you giggle too much, yeah, you giggle too much. It drove you wild when her lips were touched, then you giggle too much, you'd giggle too much, you'd giggle too much. Then the the other day with my high-class friend. The joke was told, I thought my world would end, 'cause you giggle too much, yeah, you giggle too much. It's okay to smile, but you foul it up when you giggle too much, when you giggle too much, when you giggle too much. Then I took you to church last Sunday night. You saw and you had it was a silly sight, but you giggle too much, yeah, you giggle too much. You should have smiled and then let up, but you giggle too much, you giggle too much, you giggle too much. Now the day will come when we two are wed, but when they read the vows, I bet you lose your head. I bet you giggle too much, yeah, I bet you giggle too much. I wanna run a mile and stand you up when you giggle too much, but I love you so much that I can't give you up. I've been around here for a long, long time, just a beating on this guitar and wasting my time. But nobody's heard of me, 'cause I ain't a star. I'm just a guitar picker that didn't get very far. But that's okay with me, 'cause it's all the same. You can't get ahead, it's just a losing game when you're a guitar picking man. Well, my wife's neglected and she wonders why. I always leave her at night just as the kids start to cry. Well, I do some explaining and tell her she ought to know. I've got to go pick this guitar and make a little dough. Well, she listens a while and then she starts to speak. She says I ain't fit for nothing, I'm like a bum on the street. Just a guitar picking man. I've been beating on this box since I was 10 years old. I had a real hot dream back then, but now it's getting a little cold. Well, I was gonna be a real big man and go play on the radio. But when they heard me sing, they said, boy, that'll never go. But that didn't discourage me none, and it didn't matter so much. 'Cause I got this picking in my blood, and I just can't give it up. I'm a guitar picking man. Now I'll play for a dance and I'll play for a show. I'll even play for benefits if they'll tell me where to go. Yeah, one day you're up and then one day you're down. One day you feel like a king and then you fall back to the ground. And just why I keep on a-picking I'll never understand, but I'll bet there's a million just like me scattered all over this land. Guitar picking men. She's so sweet, I wish that she were mine. If she were, she'd be a different kind. But for me, she's never got the time. She's got honky tonkin on her mind. She's got honky tonkin on her mind. Lordy me, it's there most all the time. Though her life could be so true and kind, she's got honky tonkin on her mind. If she'd leave the dim lights and the wine, then I know I'd change her name to mine. But each night I'm always left behind. She's got honky tonkin on her mind. She's got honky tonkin on her mind. Only me, it's there most all the time. Though her life could be so true and kind, she's got honky tonkin on her mind. I met her there in Hawaii. She thrilled me with her heavenly smile. I promised to be hers forever, though I knew it was just for a while. She crossed her heart that she loved me. I promised to return someday, but I knew I would leave her forever that night as I sailed away. Now she stands so lonely in the moonlight, with the wind from the sea in her hair, just looking out over the ocean for a ship that will never be there. Brown eyes crying on the seashore, white silver sails in the wind. I left her there on the island, never to meet again. So I gave a message to a seagull to carry out over the sea, to take to her there on the island and tell her not to wait for me. I told her I belonged to another and told her how wrong I'd been, to let her think I'd be returning when I knew we'd never meet again. But still she waits for me there in the moonlight, with the wind from the sea in her hair, just looking out over the ocean for a ship that will never be there. Brown eyes crying on the seashore, white silver sails in the wind. I left her there on the island, never to meet again. I left her there on the island, never to meet again. Just yesterday, I was so gay. My gal and I had planned the day. Another came, she said we're through. I'm slipping now, those Barfly Blues. Those Barfly Blues have got me down. I spend my time just slamming around, from bar to bar, to drink my brew. They're killing me, those Barfly Blues. With every dream, I have a dream. I see the girl I've lost, it seems, so far a while to ease my mind. Those Barfly Blues are all I find. Those Barfly Blues are troubling me, the light of day I seldom see. I'm in the dark since we are through. They're mean to me, those Barfly Blues. pocket in a big silly grin. Well, it's Saturday night and you've gone there again. You're taking in the honky-tonks in this town, just like you've done before. With the wild, wild women, they're stringing you along. You keep it jumping up and down to a honky-tonk song. And the longer you go, the louder you get, just a stomping on that hardwood floor. When the band starts clicking, well, you're really gone. And you don't care if you never get home. You're all wound up and you can't stand still, and everybody holler for more. With the pretty little gal that you swing around, you pick your right foot up and then you slam it back down, and you keep on doing it all night long, just a stomping on that hardwood floor. Money in your pocket in a big silly grin. Well, it's Saturday night and you've gone there again. You're taking in the honky-tonks in this town, just like you've done before. With the wild, wild women, they're stringing you along. You keep it jumping up and down to a honky-tonk song. And the longer you go, the louder you get, just a stomping on that hardwood floor. Yeah, you keep a stomping on that hardwood floor till your wife comes a-walking through that door.